Hi everyone. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to reduce your business operating costs. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how you can go about adding thousands, tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars back into your budget without spending a single dime. What I'm going to show you is a proven approach that many organizations have already benefited from, and you won't believe how easy it can be to get it done. My name is Greg Jordan, and I've been solving business performance problems my entire career, first as an engineer, then as a senior corporate manager and consultant for both for-profit and non-profit organizations. I can promise that what I'm about to share with you is something that most every organization can and should do to reduce their utility costs and get refunds for utility overpayments. Now, while I can't say for sure that this information applies to every organization, our experience has shown that every single month, over 7 out of 10 businesses have paid and continue to pay too much for some or all of their utilities. The opportunity to reduce operating costs is to recover multiple years of utility overcharges and reduce future utility bills. Now, while our electric, gas, water, sewer, telecom, and waste disposal utilities all do a great job of providing reliable service, they make billing errors every single month. Here are just a few examples. In 2009 and 2010, Dominion Virginia Power overcharged 2.3 million customers by $123 million. A Gartner Group study found that 80% of U.S. businesses have errors on their phone bills that are never found or reported. The Black Earth utility overcharged the Wisconsin Heights School District by more than $300,000 over several years. And in Sarasota County overcharged water and sewer customers for plumbing inspections never performed. When the error was discovered, the county sent refunds back to the wrong customers. Oh yes, and even the great Donald Trump gets overcharges that slip away from him when he doesn't take timely action. Since these kinds of issues happen to over 70% of our clients, this list can go on and includes manufacturers, nonprofits, municipalities, schools, churches, apartment buildings, assisted living facilities, hospitals, and government buildings in every state. So here's some questions that you really ought to think about. First, what does your organization do to verify your utility bills are correct before you pay them? If your organization is like most that we work with, your staff is usually too busy working on their core mission to check in detail the bills that you pay. If it looks like about what was paid last month or last year, somebody usually writes a check and pays it. Most importantly, who on your staff understands the USOC codes, which stands for Universal Service Ordering Codes, tariffs, and the industry language that the utilities use to encode their bills with, and that you must understand before you can be sure that you are paying the right amount. Who checks to see if you're paying the right rates, not getting duplicate charges, wrong taxes, faulty meters, or unnecessary taxes, fees, and surcharges? Most organizations would say, we don't have the time or expertise to check that. Did you know that if there are overcharges, you can recover them in most states going back for 3 full years? Once you remove erroneous charges, the reduction in your bills going forward creates an increase in profits or more money available for nonprofit programs. Now here's how the math might work out for a typical smaller utility user. Now these numbers are hypothetical, but let's just say that a utility audit identifies $250 per month in overcharges. This amounts to a $9,000 refund that the utilities must return to you for 3 years of overcharges. Going forward, with these erroneous charges removed, the utility user will receive another $3,000 in savings every year. This is an $18,000 total recovery in 3 years, with savings that continue beyond those 3 years forever. Larger utility users have higher monthly bills, and they can see substantially more in their recovery. Imagine if an audit were to find $2,500 in overcharges per month. That recovery jumps to $180,000 in those same 3 years, with $30,000 per year in savings thereafter. Now these numbers are hypothetical. The actual amounts will vary according to the usage and the amount of billing errors. But do you see the potential here? And does your organization perform other audits like financial, safety, quality, or compliance? The answer to this is usually yes. Well, why do most managers overlook performing a utility billing audit when utility expenses can make up as much as 10% to 40% or more of their operating costs, depending on the business? And finally, how do you undo your utility overcharges with a staff that does not have the time or the familiarity with industry language and charging systems? Well, here's the really good news. Utility billing experts at Pennsylvania-based National Utilities Refund Company, NUR for short, will do an independent, off-site, comprehensive utility audit for you at no upfront cost and use very little of your staff's time. NUR auditors have over 30 years in experience in doing audits and have done thousands of audits in 48 states. The other good news is that it's easy to get a comprehensive utility invoice audit done. All NUR needs is one recent bill copy per account and a simple agreement that says they share in the recovery for a limited time, if there is a recovery. This sharing covers the costs of overhead, payment history research, analysis, identifying opportunities, filing the paperwork, and follow-up with the utilities. NUR also identifies when it might be in your best interest to have a different energy supplier or telecom payment arrangement. This often saves an additional 10% to 20% over the billing error recovery. Simply put, NUR does all the work, optimizes the billing, gets refunds, and going forward billing reductions, and is paid only if and when the client receives refunds and reductions. If they don't find a recovery, there's never a charge for the services. Finally, don't the people who have entrusted you to manage or lead, that is, the organization's owners, shareholders, or the people that you serve, expect and deserve to have any excess or unnecessary charges removed in order to fund more programs or just plain be more profitable? So, if you have not had a utility invoice audit done before, or suspect that you may be being overcharged, or you simply don't know if you're being charged fairly by your phone, electric, gas, water, sewer, and waste disposal utilities, contact us today to find out at no cost what utility overcharge refund and bill reductions you may be eligible for. Get back to the person who sent you to this video, or click on the link below this video for more information or to start your no-cost audit today. And like this video, folks, so others can find out how they can benefit.